carry with me into the bath. I could hear water running in the bathroom as Jean Claude filled the big tub. It had a quick fill on it, and there was an extra hot water tank just for the tub. I'd learned that was the magic reason it never seemed to run out of hot water. I walked naked and armed into the bathroom with just the Browning BDM in my hand. I was probably as safe as I'd been all day this far into the underground of the Circus of the Damned. If anyone got through all the bodyguards, the 14 rounds in the Browning wouldn't really make that much difference. But that wasn't really the point. The point was that I was finally comfortable naked. Being unarmed, that I still didn't like. The bathroom was decorated in black marble with touches of charcoal gray. All the fixtures were shiny silver, and the double sinks had a large mirror that reflected half of the room. The mirror didn't reveal the stool with its half wall that hid it from the big bathtub, which had an edge of marble big enough not just for sitting, but for Jean Claude to lie down full length on one side so we could make love. Mirrors surrounded the tub on 3 sides, so it looked like one of those tubs in an expensive honeymoon suite. But what was waiting for me in the bathtub would have made it a honeymoon you'd never forget. Jean Claude was sitting against the far side of the bath, so that he had the best view of me walking through the door. His arms were stretched along the back of the tub, and his skin looked incredibly white against all that black marble. He'd pushed his hair behind him so that it pooled behind his shoulders. It was hard to tell where his curls ended and the marble began. His hair was truly black, like mine. No brunette for us, no matter how dark. The water was still below his upper chest, and his nipples showed a little less pale, and the cross-shaped burn scar sat on one side of his pectoral, somewhere between the nipple and his heart. Some centuries ago, a vampire hunter had shoved a glowing cross into his chest. I knew that Jean Claude had killed the person who did it, just like I'd killed the people who branded me with my own cross-shaped burn scar on my arm. Mine was a brand, not a holy object reacting to vampire skin, but they looked the same. The vampire wannabes that branded me had thought it was funny to mark me up like a vampire. They'd thought it was funny right up until they died. So who was I to throw stones that Jean Claude had killed the person who branded him? Fair is fair. I finally let myself look at that face, and I felt like I had from almost the first moment I'd seen him, that he was simply one of the most beautiful men I'd ever seen. The black curls touched the edge of his face, as if bringing attention to the curve of his mouth, the line of his cheek, and those eyes. They always looked blue, but they were so dark. Midnight blue with their double edge of black eyelashes, like dark lace to frame the deepest blue I'd ever seen in anyone's eyes. His eyes were a blue like deep ocean water, where it runs cold and will eventually spill down into something warm and mysterious, where creatures the light has never seen live and thrive. Those gorgeous eyes looked at me, and there was love in them, but the second he saw me in the doorway, walking toward him, there was lust, desire, and just a heat that brought a blush to my face and an answering heat to my own eyes. 6 years after we'd first started dating, I was still a little amazed that this most lovely of men still wanted me so badly. They talked about burning for each other, and we still did.